That's pretty incredible, isn't it?
Amazing,
What a great piece of music.
So the album's called Want One. It was out on May the 31st.
Well, I don't think I have that album.
Rufus Wainwright.
Yeah, could I take that copy?
No, it's mine.
Did it get sent into the show here?
Was it sent to me at home?
Because of the show?
Because of me.
Well, don't you think there's a certain pecking order that needs to be observed here?
No. It's mine. I'm keeping it.
All right, okay, you want to do that? Just don't be surprised when we come up to renewed contracts and, just don't be surprised.
What contract is that?
Thanks for lending that to me. Okay, Omid is not going to make it. He's on.
No.
He's in a car. Do we have him on the phone? I think we have him on the phone. We can say hi to Omid. Omid, are you there?
I'm here, can you hear me?
Omid, I'm fine. Let's be honest, you haven't actually left your house, have you? You're still at home. So you get your feet up and you're on your mobile. You couldn't be bothered. Is that the deal?
I've just got a few pizzas getting ready for the Portugal-Greece game.
No.
No, I'm joking. Believe me, I left about an hour and a half ago. I got stuck in North End Road. There are people literally coming out of their cars and having fags. I've just come out and by the Novotel now.
What's happened?
By the A4, and I'm just parked here.
This is like a regular show,
Travel
giving you traffic here. Thank you to Omid for phoning in that jam. What's the problem there? Do you know what the hold-up is? What's going on there?
There's two road closures, and everyone's trying to go through North End Road, and it was just complete gridlock. I was stuck there for an hour. I'm happy to be talking to you, though.
That's horrible. Well, you could, if you want now, we'll just do this on the phone. You can get the guy to turn around and start taking you home, and we'll just carry on doing the conversation now. It'd be so silly that you waste the journey coming in. It's going to be over in a minute. What are you up to? What are you up to doing in your life at the moment?
We just finished 22 episodes of Whoopi on NBC in America. So
wow, hold on. What is this? You're doing a big amount? Because I knew Omid years ago when he was just really... I mean, you'd been on the circuit for a while, and then we did a TV talent show, and you were on that, and you were fantastic.
Thank you.
And then you went off, and I kept seeing you popping up in small cameo parts in movies whenever they wanted a suave Middle Eastern gentleman, regardless of where...
Arab scumbag specialist.
Okay, yeah, whenever they... See, I can't say that, but obviously you can. But whenever they want someone from, with a Middle Eastern or perhaps a Greek looker, anyone who basically looked like they need to shave more than once a day, you would get the job.
Yes, basically.
And you were always good in them, of course, but now you're working on TV as well over in the States.
Yeah, it was. I had a deal with NBC to do my own show, and then the war in Iraq happened, and I couldn't shoot the pilot. But then Whoopi Goldberg saw my tape and said, "Why don't you join us?" And
the war in Iraq happened. But you weren't directly responsible for that, were you? Omid,
well,
was
it's because
it was your fault.
No, basically, yeah. But then Whoopi said, "Why don't you join us?" And I thought, well, is Whoopi still funny? She's can she work? And when I met her, a woman walked into the restaurant we were meeting, and she just wore a vest. She had very bushy armpits. She goes, Ahmed, my God, she looks like she's got Don King in a headlock. And I thought she's still funny. And
She's still got it.
She's still got it. We did 22 episodes, and it's just been cancelled, unfortunately. So I'm back here. I'm just promoting I did a screening last night of a film I think you might have seen. Are you reviewing Modigliani, that film with Andy Garcia?
No, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but at the moment I'm not. The film show's not on for the summer. It's not on again until September, so I don't have to go and see every film. But I would like to go and see that. I've heard it's very good.
It's coming out in September, and I play a young Picasso, which is going to be good fun. So
Picasso?
That's what they said in Cannes. They goes, you're not Picasso. I goes, yes, I am, because we saw you on the Paramount channel doing Jongleurs. I said, look, that was 5 years ago. I got lots of new material. He goes, you're not Picasso.
How can you be Picasso?
Yeah, exactly. How can you be? And the film went down very well. I just did another screening in London.
But I look more like Picasso than you do. Put me in a Brett on Fisherman's top. I tell you, I'm away.
I tell you what, I didn't lose enough weight for it, so I've been telling all the press that between Picasso's rose period and blue period, I'm playing the porkadelic phase. We got a bit depressed and had donuts when he was playing.
Yeah, the fast food period, that they don't talk about quite so much. He loved a bit of...
all the pies, Picasso.
He loved a bit of bouillabaisse. Well, but it's all going well for you. I mean, your career really is. It's a proper long-term thing now, isn't it? It's not,
For a short, fat, bald bloke from Putney,
not doing it at all well. Are you touring, though? Are you doing any more solo stand-up, any more shows like that?
I am. I'm on tonight, so I thought I'd drive myself in, because I'm off at the Alexander Theatre in Birmingham tonight, and then I'm at the Broxbourne Civic Theatre on the 16th Wednesday. Then I'm doing Warwick Arts Centre on the 16th. So on the 18th. So just doing a little tour of a show I did. At the beginning of which was after 9/11, I did a show called Behind Enemy Lines, and this is because it's been in the news for the last 18 months. This is a latest version. I did it in New York. I was the first person ever to get up in New York to perform post 9/11 and do a whole 90 minutes about it, and then I completely forgot that I was also the first person of Middle Eastern extract. So it was a bit of a free song, but it went very well. So
but in a way, being of Middle Eastern extract does make you ideally positioned to comment on that in a way which I would have thought allows people to look at the bigger picture, to look at it in a different way.
Yeah, I like to think there's a quite a fresh perspective because I was Iranian, raised in London. I can see both sides of the fence, and I'd like to give it a fresh kind of a fresh angle on the whole thing. It's in general gone down much better than I think people expect it to be. A very kind of grim kind of serious stand-up. But it's actually there's loads of belly dancing and Godzilla impressions.
Well, that's ideally what we'd like to see. Do you speak Farsi?
Fluently.
Seriously, do you speak Farsi?
Fluently, yeah.
Yeah, could we have a bit of Farsi? I love the sound of Farsi.
هرچی میخواید جانتون جون هرچی میخواید من بعد بگم دوستان عزیز که دارن گوش میدن همتون بیاین به شما من قربون دست همتون.
Sorry, the line's breaking up now. I couldn't quite make all that. No, I love the idea of ancient languages because it is. Farsi is an ancient language, isn't it? It goes way back when.
It actually sounds a bit. When I went to see the Passion of Christ, they speak.
Well, that's when the language began.
Well,
it's more recent than I thought.
I actually understood a lot of that because it's very close to my own language.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you're one of the few people who saw the movie and actually understood the secret messages that Mel was putting in there.
Secret messages? What secret messages were they?
I think we all know where Mel's coming from. We maybe shouldn't dwell on that. I haven't actually watched that movie.
I'll tell you what, though. Apparently they showed the movie to the Pope at the Vatican, and the Pope said it is as it was. But he said the same thing about Dude, Where's My Car and Van Helsing, so you can't trust him.
He's known for his love of the modern teen comedy. Omid, I fear that we should... maybe we could do a bit more after this. I mean, I think it's coming through quite clear for people, so it's OK. Hang on, we're going to put another track on. And we'll chat.
I'll hang about.
All right, whereabouts are you now? How far have you...
I'm outside the Novotel just off the A4.
OK, are you going to get him to swing round and do a Yui, as we say, and head back, or are you going to keep heading... You might as well just head back, I think, really.
No, I'll wait here and we'll keep...
Okay, so are you...
There's loads of policemen watching me now, so I can't really can't drive off and talk.
But I'm sure that's a thing that happens often anyway. Being of Middle Eastern extract, I'm sure you get more attention than most of us from the armed forces and the police.
I was in Leicester Square just 2 nights ago. I parked outside. Prince Charles went to see Mamma Mia. I just parked for 1 second of a phone call. 3 policemen shot over.
Just making sure that you're okay, sir.
Yeah, but they were so nervous. I guess, what you do? What you
well,
want?
Of course they're bloody nervous. They don't know what you got strapped around your chest. Wouldn't you be nervous? All right, we're going to bung a track on me. We're going to chat a bit more after this. What are we playing, Andy?
We're going to play Ray Charles. We promised.
Oh yeah, the great Ray Charles. What a loss. I mean, I know he'd had a long old inning, of course, but what a great shame because what an incredible talent. What a voice, really was. When you listen to, he's one of those singers who he couldn't be anyone else. A truly unique talent, an innovative star, someone who really led the way, paved the way for so many others as well. The brilliant Ray Charles. The great Ray Charles, sadly missed. Omid, you still there?
Still here, son. Great music.
He was great, wasn't he, Ray?
That was lovely. Absolutely brilliant.
He had it. Well, he did all that kind of, the early gospel-y soul sound, but he had a kind of country and western phase.
Yeah, he did.
He
covered everything.
Really bizarre. He really touched all the bases there. But without him, I'm sure the whole Motown thing wouldn't have happened in quite the same way. They really do have an influence on what comes after those kind of artists. I think. You sing, don't you, Ahmed?
I love to sing, I do a bit of singing. Why, do you?
No, well, I'm not so bad. I've got a little band going on at the moment, if you fancy joining us on stage. No, I think I've heard you sing on stage. You used to do some part of your act, didn't you?
Yeah, I used to do this thing where, it's Iranian cabaret to just tell a joke and sing a song, and, it was great. You do a joke, then you start going, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. I think it's great fun. I think especially in stand-up, people like to see things broken up a bit, really.
Like a little bit of performance right in the middle there. Whereabouts are you living now? You still in London?
I'm in London, yeah, between Eastleigh and Putney, yeah.
So when you were filming in LA, when you were working over there, did you move the whole family over there, or did your wife and...
I didn't actually. Whoopi refuses to work in LA, so we did the show, because the show was set in New York. We actually shot it in New York, so...
that must be lovely then. That must be much nicer, I would have thought.
New York's a fabulous city, and it was very easy. We do 2 weeks, 1 week off, so I would commute back. So we weren't going to move the family out until if you get a second season, then you're probably set to do a third, fourth, and fifth. So we'd move. But controversially, they just took the show off the air.
Why did they take it off the air then? What was it? Because presumably it was, I would have thought, quite a solid piece of work. I can't imagine
It was very funny. It was real. It was basically kind of American Fawlty Towers, where Whoopi was Basil and I was a kind of Polly Manuel Sybil conglomerate.
Yeah, all in one. So when you said controversially it was taken off, why? What is the controversy that surrounds that? Why
the controversy was that it was doing very well, and there was no, especially when they were losing Friends, because NBC Network, which produces, Friends, Frasier, which they lost this year, there was a real feeling that this was, in fact, that they'd even penciled in Frasier's slot, because it's a quite, I wouldn't say it's a highbrow comedy, but it's a quite smart NBC sitcom, and it was all set to go in the Tuesday night 9 o'clock slot, and we had a new NBC president, and when that happens every 4 or 5 years, what the policy is, they usually throw out the old and bring in the new, and they've replaced us with a reality show, Joe Millionaire, so which is very frustrating, and Whoopi is absolutely livid, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and that's why it's controversial. I think it's because the show was also doing, every week there was a slam on Bush and the Republicans.
So possibly there was that. If you want to get your own back, hang outside the door, get yourself a very plain-looking white van and just keep driving around outside the NBC boss's house occasionally. And just to poke your head out occasionally and shout a bit of Farsi at him. That'll rattle him. Omid, lovely talking to you. I'm sorry that we didn't get to get you in the studio because I very much enjoy your company, and this was kind of the same, but not quite, of course. Maybe when you get some time down the line, come in properly and we'll book you a couple of days in advance.
I'd love to.
Yeah. We'll get you in early. We'll get some sleeping bags in. We'll know you're there. Omid, take care. Love to the family.
Cheers, mate.
Lovely to speak to you again. What are we going to end on? What's this?
Bit of Dion Jackson.
Oh, beautiful.